Okay, guys, so last assignment I showed you guys about constraints, the basics of constraints. And this here was point, orient, scale, and aim. And today I'm going to teach you about parent constraints, which are super helpful whenever you're animating. So for this assignment, I have this guy right here bending over to pick up this ball. Super simple, not very good looking picking up of this ball, but it kind of tells the story of what we're doing. So you can kind of see he picks up the ball. Well, he looks like he's picking up the ball, but the ball is not following. So to make this as easy as possible, what we're going to do is we're going to constrain this ball to this control on his wrist, so that way the ball can follow the wrist as it goes up. So it's a little bit of a process, but bear with me. So what we're going to do is we're going to zoom in here, and we're going to find the point where the hand catches the ball. So on frame 13. So right here, we're going to set a keyframe on frame 12. We're going to hit S, and that keyframes everything here. And then what we're going to do on frame 13 is we're going to make a parent constraint from this wrist control to this ball. So we're going to select the wrist control, hold down Shift, and then select the ball. We're going to go to Constrain, Parent, Options box, make sure Maintain Offset is turned on, and then hit Add. So on the ball here, you can see now it says Blend Parent 1 is on. So you can also click on this little Parent Constraint 1 here, and these are controlling the parent constraint. So what a parent constraint is a point and an orient constraint kind of merged into one, but it's a little bit more than that. So whatever the wrist moves and rotates, the ball follows that like to a T. So you'll see whenever I start moving it, it follows it perfectly. But the problem is now from frame 12, where we had that keyframe, it doesn't follow it from there anymore. So what we're going to do is on frame 12, we are actually going to, well, frame 13, let's go ahead and key this and key this. So what that does is that has it on, and then on frame 12, we're going to turn this to 0, and we're going to turn this to 0. So now we're turning on and off the parent constraint. So on 12, it's off, and on 13, it's on, and then the ball just follows with the hand, follows with the hand from there. And you could do the same thing, like if, say it finishes like right on frame 21, you wanted the ball to continue going up. Let's say we make a key here. So whenever you hit S and you key what's right here, which is the parent constraint here, this does not follow. So you actually have to go in and key this manually. So then from there, let's say 22, we turn this to 0, and then we turn this to 0. So now the ball is just kind of in space after 22. So then it can kind of 1, 2, 0. We can move this like up here, and then from there we can maybe just have it fly up like that. So before it gets picked up, and it's tossed kind of like into the air. So we're just making a parent constraint and then having it off on 0. 0 means off. And then 1 means it's on. And then just telling it when it needs that parent constraint on and when it needs it off. 0 has it off. And then just flying through the air, kind of like that. So then when we play it, he picks it up, but then it flies. And that was, what, about 4 minutes instead of having to go in and find how it exactly matches the hand for a good 10, 12 frames, and then it just kind of flies on from there. it matches the speed perfectly, and you can get a lot more detailed with it. But the power of a parent constraint is super helpful whenever you're working with like, objects that someone has to pick up or throw or, handle. It's super, super helpful. And yeah, something that is also a big stepping stone in rigging. So knowing this should help out a lot. But yeah, hopefully that all makes sense. If you need to rewatch the video, the shapes here I know is a new thing for you guys. But hopefully if you guys have any questions, you can let me know. And yeah,